Yes, it's time for match number 2. Vayus Mavrix versus Viking Warriors. And the result at the coin toss was the Viking Warriors won the toss. They have decided to field first. So it's going to be Vayus Mavrix who have been put into bat. And it's important for them to put in a good score, which they haven't been able to do so far in the tournament. They won a match yesterday, but it was due to their brilliant bowling performance. But the batting of Vayus Mavrix hasn't yet been clicked. So this is a good chance for the Vayus Mavrix to put a good score on the board. Yesterday they won a very close match. They got some 80 runs on the board and they were able to defend it due to some brilliant fielding, brilliant bowling and wonderful captaincy by the owner and skipper Tanuj Virwani. So it's Vayus Mavrix versus the Viking Warriors. The first match we had was a high scoring game, and it was Team Excellency who were able to register their first victory of the Dreams Premier League. It's the Realta Spaces presents Dreams Premier League, powered by Zord, co-sponsored by Radio City 91.1 FM. In the start here, Kazim Merchant the bowler, and it's a sixer. Realta Spaces sixer from the bat of Siddharth Kadam to start the proceedings for the Vayus Mavrix.
What a start last evening. Kazim Merchant bowled a very good first over. He'll want to replicate that. But at the moment, Siddharth Kadam looking good. An outside edge. They'll settle for a single. Good comeback delivery by Kazim. Kazim has a very active personality in the cricketing circuit, in the underarm cricketing circuit in Mumbai. He's managing a lot of teams. Nicely bowled, but is that a DPL out or will be taken in the deep? Oh yes. He kept his nerve. He tossed it up. He threw the challenge to the batsman. And he's castled him as well. This is a good comeback here by Kazim.
Oh yes, it's Hardik Patel. Hardik Patel who will have to walk back. The first delivery that he's faced. And it's a top edge going for the mid-wicket region, top edge. And straight to the fielder at deep mid-wicket. And that's the first wicket. 7 for the loss of the first wicket. In comes Rahul Surwade. But on strike is going to be Siddharth Kadam. And Kazim Merchant still to continue over the wicket. Outside the off stump, straight to the fielder there, and that's a Spartan poker. Catch of the match. And it's Kazim Merchant, man of the moment.
And Kazim gives the batsman a send-off as well. The royal salute. Well, he's enjoying himself. What a comeback after that first 6 in the very first ball. He's taken wickets. 2 wickets in that first over. And he's once again provided the Viking Warriors that much needed start. This is a very good performance so far. He's delighted. 2 wickets on a hat-trick at the moment. And Viking Warriors, after last evening's game, have just found their mojo once again. And this brings in Parik. And the sad part here, Chaitanya, is that Rahul Surwade has been just watching things from the other end.
Yes, absolutely right. He's just been at the non-strikers end, came into bat number 3. But just 2 wickets down there. Kazim Merchant, what a wonderful bowler he is. He's the skipper of the Viking Warriors, and wonderful bowling. It's Kanishk Parik, the new man in, and it's the hat-trick ball. If you haven't seen hat-trick in the Dreams Premier League, will it be on this occasion? It's field changes there. So a silly point has been put into place by Kazim Merchant. Goes for the shot, and that's a safe shot straight to the fielder at long off. Just a single. And gets Rahul Surwade back on strike.
Oh yes, pressure on Vayus Mavrix. 2 wickets in the very first over. Not many runs on the board. You can see some tense faces as well. Their supporters understanding the gravity of the situation right now. Tossed up delivery, but has he got too much on that? He'll have to settle for a 1D, 1 declared. But what an over by Kazim. Once again, he's provided the goods for his side. Your captain has to lead from the front. What a start. 2 wickets, only 9 runs in the first over. Well, Kazim Merchant easily is the man with the plan for the Viking Warriors, Chaitanya.
Yes, definitely the man with the plan there, and this would have been a big wicket had Rahul Surwade. But it was a top edge, just not reaching the fielder at square leg, and 1 run declared to end the first over. Wonderful over by Kazim Merchant, the skipper of the Viking Warriors. It's 9 for the loss of 2 wickets are the Vayus Mavrix. Rahul Pariyar, the new bowler. In the air, fielder there, no, and that's a Realta Spaces 6. Good striking there by Kanishk Parik. and it's Rajesh Parihar, the bowler. So first ball and a Realtas paces sixer.
You've got to break the shackles sometimes. You've got to let that pressure go out of you, and you can only do that by getting a big six, and that's exactly what Kanish Parekh has done. Must be feeling good. Nerves in the dugout at the moment, but what a start by Viking Warriors. Win the toss, field first, get 2 wickets in the first over. Nicely bowled, nicely played as well. Sensible cricket. Single. You've got to rotate the strike and bring in some more assurance and sensibilities as well in your scoring chart.
Yes, that's the need of the hour now for Vayus Mavrix. It's Rahul Surwade, and he is from the game changers category for the Vayus Mavrix. So it's a big amount that was spent in the auction to bag Rahul Surwade by Vayus Mavrix and its owner Tanuj Virwani. But can Rahul Surwade deliver now? And this is a big moment straight to the fielder at mid-off. Good work by Kazim Merchant. He's active there. He's, as I said, the man of the moment. So it's a single taken, but Rahul Surwade again gets Kanishk back on strike. It's 17 for the loss of 2 wickets. So it's good going so far by the Viking Warriors. Good delivery there, flighted. Going for the big slog sweep was Kanishk, not able to make connection. Leg by signals umpire Karunakar Kotian. That's just going to be a run. Gets Rahul Surwade. He'll have to score. Just 2 of 2 deliveries in the air. Fielder running for it, will be able to reach it, and no, he's dropped it. This would have been a big loss for the Vayus Mavrix, but just not able to hold on to it.
He gave the impression he had held it, but just on impact with the boundary line, he may have just lost it over there. Just realizing that he may be going off. There you see, he's caught it, and then he lets go of it. At least he saves the boundary, and that's very important. But it's so important, fielders together come together. Oh, this is a tame dismissal. This is a poor shot. Kanish Parekh, after hitting 2 very good shots, just lands one into the fielder's hands at deep mid-wicket. Wickets falling in a heap. This is the procession right now for Vayus Mavrix. They're losing wickets at regular intervals as Viking Warriors are just beginning to dominate and playing ruthless cricket at the moment.
Oh yes, Vayus Mavrix will have to be careful. They have lost 3 wickets, and this not the best of shots by Kanish Parekh. Trying to clear the mid-wicket boundary, but just finding the deep mid-wicket fielder straight to him. 19 for the loss of 3 wickets now. In comes Puneet Gidwani. Mikhail, tough task for the Vayus Mavrix now.
Oh yes, it's rebuilding phase, and the bowler is none other than a batsman who scored a lot of runs last evening for Viking Warriors, Ranjit Wahiti. He's got 70 odd runs, also got a wicket. Now he'll be bowling the 3rd over. But look at that, Rahul Surwade 3 in 3, and he has Mishra for company over there. It's going to be a tough ask at the moment for Vayus Mavrix. It's Puneet Gidwani, beg your pardon. They'll have to come together now to stitch a partnership.
Yes, steady, sensible start by Puneet, just getting a single. And that's what's important for at least this over. The next over is a double treble over when they can look to consolidate on the loss that they've had in the first 2 overs. 20 on the board. Rahul Surwade going for the switch hit. Mikhail, not very sure whether that's a safe shot to play now. They've lost 3 wickets. It's important for Rahul Surwade to stay there, but going for the switch hit there, surprising.
Yes, and a lot of support here for Viking Warriors. They always have a lot of support. Nicely driven through covers. Yes, you've got to bring in some calmness now in your batting, and that's exactly what Vayus Mavrix will have to do at this point in time.
Yes, just another single. So Puneet, 2 deliveries, 2 runs scored. Rahul Surwade, man on strike in the air. Fielder there, no, straight over the bowler's head. Realtas paces 4. Good striking by Rahul Surwade, and as they say, the best place to strike is straight over the bowler's head. You cannot have a fielder place there. And that's exactly what Rahul Surwade does on that occasion.
Yes, he's the lone ranger at the moment, and he knows the bulk of the scoring will come from his bat. Nicely swept straight to the fielder at square leg. Another wicket falls. Another time a batsman finds the fielder. That's been the story today for Vayus Mavrix. Each time they've hit a big hit, they've not connected it and found a fielder. The 4th wicket falls. Vayus Mavrix in a spot of bother. Oh, what a performance so far by Viking Warriors. The fielder did not have to move at all. And that's been the tragic story for Vayus Mavrix. They've found the fielder each time today. They've looked for that big hit, Chaitanya.
Oh yes, Viking Warriors, definitely what a warrior performance this is by them. 4 wickets that they have picked up. They won the toss, decided to field, and Vayus Mavrix, after putting to bat a 26 with a loss of 4 wickets, and in comes the skipper and the owner of Vayus Mavrix. In comes Tanuj Virwani. He'll have to do better. Yes, just a defense there. Good, nice defense. Very rare to see, but he had to do that.
Oh yes, and I love watching such defensive shots in underarm cricket. Something that really brings in a lot of calmness in all the carnage, a lot of technique in all the temper that we see in terms of shot making. This is Tanuj's real test, and he will have to stick around and play a captain's knock. At the moment, pressure on his side. Can he deliver? He did it last evening with bat and ball. A very charged up personality, full of passion, and brings in a lot of excitement and intensity in his game.
Yes, it's time for over number 4, which is the Nitton Valve Presents Double Trouble Over, which has also been selected by the batting team, it seems, as the power play over. Yes, it is the power play over. So thus it's going to be a maximum of 4 fielders allowed on the boundary line. And it's going to be Puneet Gidwani and Tanuj Virwani. The 2 batsmen, they can clear the fence at will, but they'll have to be careful. They have lost 4 wickets. And if they lose a wicket in this over, Mikhail, it's going to be trouble.
Nicely bowled, but that's been declared a wide. Not easy to get away from the umpires in this format and this league. Nicely bowled once again. No width offered over here. Good length as well. This will test the batsman. This will test Puneet. What's going through his mind?
Yes, definitely testing Puneet. Straight to the field at long on. And that's a Spartan poker catch of the match. That's disappointing from Puneet Gidwani. He is a better player than that. And straight to the fielder at long on. And that's a wicket in the Nitton Valve Presents Double Trouble Over. So they were 28 for 4. And now they are 18 for 4. Puneet Gidwani walks back. Mikhail, we said about it at the start of the over. All that Vayus Mavrix had to do is not lose a wicket in this over. And now it's even more trouble.
Oh yes, and this is exactly what the double trouble over can do. It can make you or break you. And out here it's just breaking the Vayus Mavrix plans as they're falling apart in this innings of theirs. They will need inspiration from somewhere. Tanuj at the non-striker's end. Another wide delivery. If the runs have to come, they can come in this over. But who will take the risk? That's the big question.
Yes, sensible batting there off the back foot. Straight to the field at mid-wicket, and a quick single taken. It's Onkar Lad, who is the new man in from the Walls category of the Vayus Mavrix team. Gets Tanuj Virwani back on strike. 3.3 overs, 22 for 5. He hasn't scored a run so far, is Tanuj. Bowling round the wicket. Yes, just not ready on that occasion, but Tanuj again will just have to go with the defensive shots.
But, so that's a comeback of sorts. If the bowler can withdraw, so can the batsman. This is an even format, remember. Nicely driven through covers for a single. Very nicely played. Tanuj will have to stay till the 8th over. He has Onkar Lad for company. Not many batsmen to follow. And not many runs on the board at the moment.
Yes, sensible batting required. Onkar Lad open stance there. It's a fast ball, sees the umpire behind the wicket keeper, and thus it's going to be signalled as a dead ball. He'll have to reload. It's a good chance for Onkar Lad again to just get at least a single, because eventually that gets counted for as 2 runs. Always better than a dot ball. Straight to the field at covers. Good running between the wickets. Zaid Chunawala there, but he can't stop the single. Good running between the wickets.
So the plan is clear. We'll take singles and just convert them into doubles. As simple as that. And we'll explode after the 4th over, after the Nitton double trouble over. The problem with the Vayus is that they don't have wickets at their disposal. Nicely bowled, tossed up delivery, mix up, that could be close, and he's gone. What a performance this! Qasim Merchant, the flying machine over there. A little bit of hesitation, and Qasim Merchant quick with that underarm release and throw on the dive. It's the direct hit My God, things falling apart as Tanuj Virvani walks back dejected. Look at this, a little bit of a no, then a yes. Lovely one-hand pick up and throw. What a performance this by Viking Warriors. And that man, Kazim Merchant, the captain.
What a performance. That's a champion performance there by the Viking Warriors. And the skipper of the Viking Warriors there, Kazim Merchant, is doing absolutely nothing wrong today. Two wonderful wickets, brilliant captaincy, and what a pick-up and throw that is. That is what we expect from good players. Mikhail, you're a coach, and that is exactly what you teach. Just pick up on the right leg, right hand, and a quick flick off the stumps.
Oh yes, it's not just watching the ball till the end, it's also picking it up and releasing it as fast as possible. And Kazim got everything right with that run out. And the best part is that he got the captain, an informed batsman, out as well. So on top, Viking Warriors 16 for 6. This is a very, very poor performance so far. Another one! Oh my God, what's happening in the middle? What's happening with Vayus Mavrix at this point in time?
Yes, some sense required for the Vayus Mavrix. 16 for 6, 2 wickets in the double trouble over. One was Puneet Gidwani, the other was the skipper Tanuj Virvani. It's Anant Bubna there, and it's Parth Mathuria who is the bowler. So it's Onkar and Anant who will have to get some sanity in the batting now for the Vayus Mavrix. Comes down the track, straight to the field at deep mid-wicket, just a single taken.
It's been that kind of an innings of Vayus Mavrix where there's been more of confusion than carnage. Another poor delivery but a poor shot. Ankit Bubna has just given the long-off fielder a very early holy gift. Simple catch there. Another wicket falls. And the Vayus seem to be blown away right now by the Viking Warriors.
Yes, Anand Bubna there again, a rash shot, full toss was there to be hit, but straight to the fielder at long off. So as Mikhail, you mentioned, this has been a procession of the Vayus Mavrix. 4.4 overs, 18 for the loss of 7 wickets. It's Onkar Lad, the only man. Yes, good shot there, powerful shot, and he'll have to do the bulk of the scoring. Realta space is 4.
And Chaitanya, the way DPL is happening, this 22 runs that they've scored, the Vayus Mavrix, that's actually scored in 1 over by teams. So this is a no contest at the moment, and looks like Viking Warriors may just be feeling that they have clinched 2 more points in this league. But what an authoritative performance by Viking Warriors. Clueless at the moment, Vayus Mavrix, as they've relied more on singles and lacked coordination in the middle. They've lacked that player who's held the batting together, and they've all just been a little clueless in the middle, creating a lot of confusion.
Yes, very rare that we have seen an error committed by the Viking Warriors, but on that occasion it's a no ball, it's a foot no, and very rare. They have been extremely well disciplined, they have been on the mark, good bowling, good fielding, but that's a rare chance given by the Viking Warriors. Can the Vayus Mavrix make the most of it? No, just a single straight to the fielder at deep mid-wicket, and just a single to end the 5th over. Vayus Mavrix are 25 for the loss of 7 wickets. They're going at 5 runs and over, and their projected score will be 40. They'll need to get more than that, but it's looking all difficult for the Vayus Mavrix now.
Oh yes, problems plenty for Vayus Mavrix. As I mentioned, the Vayus have been blown away by the Viking Warriors this Sunday. It's a one-sided contest. Kazim Merchant has been exceptional with ball and in the field. A good first over, 2 wickets, then a super run out. And look at him in the thick of things, making the changes. And that's how it should be. Again, looking for that big hit, nowhere close to the ball. It's desperation at the moment for Vayus Mavrix. They're just throwing the bat at virtually everything, hoping that something connects. There you see, once again.
Yes, it's Rishil Shah, just not able to connect down the leg side, and leg buys is the signal from the umpire Karunakar Kotin. That's just going to be a run. So it's 5.3 overs, 26 for 7. Onkar Lad, he should take the majority of the strike. Inside edge. And it's good running between the wickets. It should be Onkar who should take the strike, majority of the strike, but it's Rishil Shah now batting on 4 deliveries that he's faced. Down the leg side, no ball, top edge, straight to the fielder. Good fielding there, but that's a no ball, followed by a free hit. It's Onkar, and that's exactly in favor of Vayus Mavrix.
And these freebies will not pinch Viking Warriors at the moment. Nicely driven through the ground. That should be cut off for a single. How well have Viking Warriors fielded today? They've been all over, throwing themselves, backing each other. They raised their game. Once again down the leg side, that could be close. Ashaya the stumps, but not really. The wicketkeeper slow on the turn over there. A leg buys signaled by the umpire.
It's the last thing the Vayus Mavrix need now is Onkar Lad getting run out, but he did well. Wonderful over that by Irfan Sheikh, just conceding 4 runs. It's been a wonderful performance overall by the Vayus Mavrix. It's time for the 7th over. It's Zaid Chunawala, the star player of the Viking Warriors, bowling the 7th over, and it's the power play over, so maximum of 4 fielders allowed on the boundary line. So it's the deep square leg, deep mid wicket, long on, long off, who are the fielders. It's not the power play over, I'm sorry. So we have 6 fielders on the boundary line. So it's 32 for the loss of 7 wickets. Zaid Chunawala still continuing over the wicket to Rishil Shah on the back foot, nicely flicked straight to Kazim Merchant at the square leg boundary. 1 run, the scoreboard moves on.
Oh yes, they've just been ambling through these runs. 33, looking for that big hit. Has he connected it? 6 more. These 6s and 4s are not going to hurt Viking Warriors at the moment. The Viking Warriors are well and truly under control of the situation. Zaid Chunawala, the bowler, batted exceptionally well yesterday. Brought in a lot of power in his hitting. And he's a very, very difficult bowler to read from the hand. Nicely played, straight to the fielder at mid-wicket. That's been the story. The regulation catch has been offered. It's been catching practice today for Viking Warriors, Chaitanya.
Yes, it's a Spartan poker catch of the match. We don't even see any celebration from the Viking Warriors because the tough task has been done, and now it's just a matter of ending the traditional way of just picking up wickets. 6.4 overs, it's 39 for the loss of 8 wickets. Zaid Chunawala in the air, is the ball out of the playing area? And no, it has come back. That's for the first time, Mikhail, we've seen that. Has hit the top end of the net and has come back. But that's a Realtas Spaces sixer.
Fortune favors the brave, they say. But this time really turning lucky the batsman. Down the leg side, another wide. I just wonder why would they let the batting side off the hook when they've had them by their throat at this point in time. Nicely played once again through the gap between long on and mid wicket. Beautiful fielding. This is great coordination, but in the end they don't really succeed in saving that from a boundary. 4 more, but it was a good partnership there in the boundary line. Yeah, the bounce helping the fielder just put his finger to it and then followed it up with another push behind, but one too many at times and you don't get that going.
Yes, Vayus Mavrix have reached 50 now. Was looking difficult at one stage. At the end of the 4th over, the projected score was around 40, but they've got to 50, and the projected score now says around 57. They'll be happy if they get 10 runs of the last over. It's going to be Yamin, who is the next bowler, bowling the last over of the innings. Yamin Khan, and it's Sheikh, the man on strike. Muhammad Malik Sheikh, the left-hander. Down the leg side, wide ball. So Yamin will have to be careful not to go away those freebies of wides and nose. All you have to do is just ball on stumps and going for the big heave on the leg side. Leg by signals umpire.
Well, somebody will need to remind Yamin there's no leg before wicket in this format, so his appeals will be turned down each time he looks at the umpire. This time around, once again, he just turned and remembered, oops, there's no LBW. Nicely tossed up delivery. Will the long on fielder take it? With ease. Simple, straightforward, nicely taken. Another wicket falls. It's a procession at the moment. The batsman comes, plays a shot, goes back to the dugout. Vayus Mavrix have just surrendered in this innings of theirs.
Yes, they definitely have. It's just nothing impressive from the Vayus Mavrix in this innings so far. Right from losing the toss to losing 9 wickets. Nothing has gone their way. It's Paswan who's the last man in. Error committed again by Yamin. Just giving away those free runs to the Vayus Mavrix. All that Yamin has to do is, yes, do exactly that. Just bowl on the stumps and a single taken, not hurting the Viking Warriors whatsoever. 54 for 9.
Mohammad Malik Sheikh and Jitendra Paswan, the last pair for Vayus Mavrix. Looking to go over covers, getting an outside edge. They'll have to settle for a single, followed by a 1 declare, so that makes it 2. 2 runs for them. Yamin, the bowler. How well have Viking Warriors today showed themselves up? Last evening, impressive, backed it with another impressive performance. And as I say that, another poor delivery. All he needs to do is just pitch it and allow the batsman to make the mistake. He's going for glory at the moment. Sad part with Vayus Mavrix, Chaitanya. They've not been able to connect even full toss deliveries, and that's been the problem for them. Full deliveries have been given to fielders.
Yes, full toss, full pitch deliveries, all of them have gone to the fielders. And there we go, last delivery, that's exactly what Yamin had to do. And that's 57 all out. What a towering performance this has been by the Viking Warriors. Won the toss, decided to field first, and 57 all out are the Viking Warriors. I will look at that again. Last wicket, and going for the big heave over mid wicket, and clean bowl. So it's 57 all out, and it's Viking Warriors all the way long, Mikhail.
Oh yes, and once again, the Kazim and that huddle of theirs. He's not going to rest till he gets the title, looks like. He's a man on a mission at the moment, instructing his boys. I'm sure they'll want to make little work of this target, but look at the scorecard of Vayus Mavrix. Oh my God, 7-0-8-8-2-1. Looks like I'm calling up somebody's number at the moment. And then Onkar Lad with 16 and Rishil Shah with 13. Only 2 batsmen and double figures.
Yes, with the wickets, 2 wickets for Kazim Merchant. What a wonderful start it was, with Kazim bowling the first over, picking up 2 wickets, and Yamin picks up 2 wickets. It was everyone who picked up a wicket apart from Irfan. So it's 57 all out, 10 extras, so it's supposed to be 47, but 10 extra runs given, also 2 wickets in the all-important double-trouble over. So Viking Warriors need 58 of 8 overs at 7.25 runs per over.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the third match of the day to be played by Swayam Kings, owned by Mr. Neerav Thakkar and Mr. Naz Raul, versus Team B, owned by Mr. Parag Sanghvi. And let's get ready to do the toss. And here we have Priya Prashant, owner of In and Out Advertising, joining us. Very, very warm welcome, along with the lovely kids. Hi guys, are you enjoying the matches?
Yes.
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 Yes, the kids are enjoying. What about you?
Very much. Enjoying everything about it.
All right, I love it when ladies join in for cricket. All right, boys, it's time for you to come right here for the toss. May I please invite Sunny and Manzoor from Swayam Kings, and from Team B we have Salman and Mansoor Lala, and more people joining in. All right, so we have DPL on one side and Realtor Spaces on the other. Who calls for it? Okay, Swayam Kings calling for DPL. Let's see. Well, Realtor Spaces it is. Never mind, guys. What about you guys? Ready for
Yes, we'll bat first.
batting? They're ready for batting. What score do you have in mind?
Around, again, 150, 180.
That is one target people usually keep, a rough target of 150.
We have reached them almost on all the matches.
Okay, almost all matches. That is what is a nice score to go for. What about you? क्या होगा अब match में?
We'll try to restrict them under 100, 100, 120 basically, and we'll try to chase them. We have a good batting lineup, so I think, we're going to make it.
Both the teams look very confident, so best of luck to both of you. Please exchange your playing 11 and may the best team win. Let's go back to the turf with some more cricket, some more entertainment.
Yes, thank you, Preeti. We are back to live action. Match number 2, Vayus Mavrix versus the Viking Warriors. And the Vayus Mavrix were restricted to 57 and they lost all their wickets. So it's been a champion bowling performance from the Viking Warriors, and all they need is 58 runs in their allotted 8 overs. So 58 of 48 already looks like an easy target. But the Vayus Mavrix, remember yesterday also were defending a small target and they did it well. But can they repeat their performance? Looks difficult. But because the Viking Warriors are a good batting lineup, Mikhail, tough task for the Vayus Mavrix.
Honestly, even the fielders of Vayu Mavericks sensing that this is a lost cause at this point in time. In a format where teams are scoring 130 as their pass score, a team that manages to get only 57 on the board should accept reality as well. This will be a miracle if Vayus Mavericks go on to defend this total. It'll be a first of many kinds, and it'll be a historic as well in DPL history. But at the moment, when you see Ranjit Vahiti, who got 70 runs last evening in the middle, and giving him company is Shahnawaz Khan. Two powerful hitters. They can practically take the game away in 2 overs. Looks a very difficult task for Vayus Mavericks at the moment. They are against, the odds are stacked against them, Chaitanya.
It's absolutely right. Nothing going right for them. It's Mohammad Malik Sheikh. First delivery, no ball, and Realta space is 6. Mikhail, as you mentioning, odds against them. And yes, it's not a performance that can be appreciated. First delivery, no ball, and Realta space is 6.
Chaitanya, you should have seen the body language of Shahnawaz Khan on the very first hit of his. He has decided that he is going to go all out because they are playing with absolutely no pressure. They already have 7 runs without a ball being bowled, and they need to get something within 40 now. That's the story. It's a no ball, it's a free hit that they've got, so they'll quickly run for a single and settle in. Ranjit Vahiti now. They'll want to test this is the best time they can test their hitting ability as well. And no better time for them.
Yes, also, if they get to the target very quickly, there again, no ball, and a Realta space is 6. As I was mentioning, if the Viking Warriors reach the target fast, it'll help their net run rate. So that definitely is on their minds, that getting to the target in about the 3rd over will mightily help their net run rate. 15 for no loss, just 1 delivery bowled, and it's 15 and not a single wicket loss so far. It's Mohammad Malik Sheikh, the bowler.
We have with us a situation where the Vayus Mavericks are now staring at the bottom half of this points table, and they'll need to lift their game, if not in this one, at least in the coming matches. Tanuj Virvani, the captain of Vayus Mavericks, will be eager to pull things back, but at the moment, Viking Warriors, Chaitanya, it's all the way.
Yes, it's all the way. There he goes in the air. Is it out of the playing area? It is. Yes, so Tanuj Virvani is happy. The ball is out of the playing area, and that is a DPL out. So Shahnawaz Khan was striking it well. The game changer that he is of the game changers category, but that's a DPL out. So that's an unfortunate way of getting out, but that's how the rules go. If you hit it out of the playing area, you will be declared as DPL out. In comes the skipper of the Viking Warriors, that is Kazim Merchant. What a wonderful day it has been for Kazim, with the ball in hand, picking up 2 wickets. A wonderful run out he inflicted, which resulted in Tanuj Virvani heading back to the dugout, and now is there with the bat in hand.
Oh, that was a quicker delivery. That was a very fast delivery, and that was visible to the naked eye as well. You don't have to see that on television. We can see that from here. Kazim Merchant sensing an opportunity and promoting himself in the batting order today. It's a small total that they need to chase. Pressure on Mavericks.
Yes, it's Kazim Merchant, the man on strike. Got bowled, but that was a fast ball declared. Full toss, and it's a no ball, but he's hit it out of the playing area. So that's just going to be a dot ball, but it's a no ball that has been signalled by the umpire, with a square leg umpire, and that's for the ball which was above the waist height. So it's a no ball, it's out of the playing area, so it's going to be a dot ball, but it's a no ball, so it's 1 run to be followed by a free hit. Tanuj just doesn't look happy with the decision there. He feels that it was below the waist height, so it's the umpire is just checking again. It was the leg umpire Rohan Gamre signalling it quickly as a no ball. But because it was a no ball, it will be followed by a free hit. Just 1 run to be registered. Tanuj doesn't look happy.
Yes, and the luck seems to be going Kazim's way today. 2 wickets in the first over. Brilliant run out. He's been out twice. One of a fast ball, one of a no ball. So yeah, he's like going for the big hit, but had he connected that, Siddharth Lad going underneath that and takes that. Siddharth Kadam taking that catch, and how happy is Tanuj Virvani, but he forgot that was a free hit, so he'll have to go back to his position. Just realized, reminded by his fielder that that was a free hit and it's not a wicket. So once again, so he's been out thrice in 3 consecutive deliveries, Kazim. But he's standing there. Now that's the power of a batsman. Look at that. You can see Tanuj Virvani on his screen celebrating that wicket, which was not a wicket.
Yes, so nothing going Tanuj's way today. He wants to celebrate. He wants to be in an ecstatic, animated mood. But the situations aren't arising where he can be happy of something. So it's 19 for 1. Last delivery of the first over. 19 runs already conceded. And it's going to be Kazim, the man, again on strike. The lucky man today. Nicely driven straight to the fielder at mid-off. Sensible batting, just a single to end the first over. Viking Warriors are 20 for 1.
And that's all they should be doing. Kasim should just find his form back, find the middle of the bat, and just spend some time. No better time to go out there and express yourself as well. Stay and score. He has another informed batsman, Ranjit White, who got 70 last evening. So he needs to give him strike. But at the moment, Vayus Mavrix running out of ideas, running out of players who can stand up, raise their hand. Like every captain needs a man Friday, needs a go-to man. And at the moment, who is Tanuj Virvani's go-to man? That remains to be seen.
It looks like it's going to be Kanishk Parikh to bowl the second over. It's Kazim Merchant wearing the inners that are generally worn by wicket keepers. But here Kazim is wearing those inners to ensure that the sweaty palms don't create a trouble. Straight to the fielder at deep mid-wicket. The widest deep mid-wicket, that'll just be a single. Gets Ranjit Wahiti. So the Viking Warriors require 37 from 41. So the equation definitely in their favor. Doesn't look like an uphill task. Going for the switch hit is Ranjit Wahiti, not connecting. Don't see the need. It's a fast ball. So dead ball is the signal from the umpire. Ranjit Wahiti batting on 8 of 3 deliveries. Again going for the switch hit. Connecting well. And that's a Rialta Spaces sixer.
The story between the two sides over here will be explained in 2 shots. A regulation mid-wicket hit by Vayus Mavrix landed in the hands of a fielder at mid-wicket, and here a reverse sweep by Viking Warriors has gone for a 6. And that's been the story between 2 contrasting sides this afternoon. Again hammered, flat 6. Flat 6 towards Tanuj Virvani, but it was way away from him. And it's raining 6s, and they are racing to the total of 57. Viking Warriors on fire.
Yes, definitely on fire there. Again going for the switch hit, the reverse sweep. Good attempt by Tanuj there, but unable to stop it. And that's a Rialta Spaces for good striking by Ranjit Wahiti.
Very good effort there. Diving, valiant effort that by Tanuj Virvani. Nicely played once again on both sides of the wicket. So Ranjit Wahiti is continuing his rich vein of form. Another good innings brings Kazim on strike, who easily is in contention for also the player of the match for his performance today. What a shot! Giving the charge! A bit too much on that. That's a DPL out. Giving the charge, using his feet, getting to the pitch of the ball and only finding that the ball has landed outside the turf.
Yes, finally Kazim Merchant is out. He was out on 3 occasions, but one was a dead ball, that was fast, one was a no ball, the other was a free hit. On that occasion, again, a wonderful shot by Kazim Merchant coming down the track. It's a good cricketing shot, but in under-arm cricketing shot, it's a DPL out. So it's the second wicket of the Viking Warriors. This Kazim Merchant, the skipper, coming in at number 3. And it's 38 for the loss of 2 wickets. It's the end of the second over. 58 is the target. Just a quick summary of the match. It was the Viking Warriors won the toss, decided to field first, restricted Vayus Mavrix to 57 runs, picking up all their wickets, and in the chase are the Viking Warriors 2 overs 38 for the loss of 2 wickets.
Another new man in. and that's Arafat Sheikh. He joins in Ranjit Wahiti. Now it's good to see that Viking Warriors are giving all the other batsmen who've not been tested so far in this tournament. The more accomplished batsmen are still to come out and bat. It's good to see that they're just testing their bench strength and seeing if everybody is in sync with this format and the demands as well. At the moment, Siddharth Kadam with the ball. He'll be bowling the third over. A little discussion with the umpire, some field changes being made. Tanuj Virvani has been called inside the circle. So he's got two close-in fielders for that reverse sweep that Ranjit Wahiti has been playing.
Yes, some changes in the field. It looks like it's the all-important power play over on the back foot in the air. Fielder there. And yes, good catch. Nicely held by Rishabh. It's a Spartan poker catch of the match. It's Ranjit Wahiti who will have to walk back. It's a big wicket. Good bowling by Siddharth Kadam.
And credit to be given to Siddharth Kadam is because he got those two fielders for the reverse sweep and stopped Ranjit Wahiti from playing that shot. And Ranjit was forced to play that shot over extra cover region, and that led to his dismissal. So you got to give credit to the bowler Siddharth Kadam as well. Good thinking, captain proactive, changing the field as well, and all of this resulting in that wicket. But he continues with the same field set. I wonder if he could have changed it. Again, reverse sweep, new batsman, reverse sweep, poor throw, and they get a single.
Yes, again an overthrow given. Tanuj unhappy with the wicket keeper, but that's going to be around 39 on the board. So it's 19 required for the Viking Warriors of 34 balls. Doesn't look like a difficult task, but the sensible batting is the requirement for the Viking Warriors. It's Yamin Khan, the man on strike. Siddharth Kadam bowling round the wicket. Has already picked up a wicket, just conceded a run, has picked up a wicket as well. The two deliveries that he's bowled down the leg side. Wide ball is the signal. He felt it was close. He was looking for the wrong one and getting the batsman out. And he sweeps and sweeps well is Yamin Khan. That's a Rialta Spaces 6. Wonderful striking. It was a low full toss. Sweeps it well. Rialta Spaces 6 for Yamin Khan.
Yes, he bowled the final over when Vayus Mavrix were batting. He bowled a very good 8th over, and now his captain has told him, okay, Yamin, go and fancy the bat as well. Nicely hit. Ankit Bubna with a very, very poor effort. Very poor effort. Lazy effort there. You're defending 57, my friend. You should have thrown yourself. Once again, good extension of the arm and just dying on him. Nowhere close to it. Nice hit once again. Follows it up with a DPL. Maximum over there. 4 and 6. Yamin is on fire.
Yes, it's a 6. It's a no ball. 7 runs to be counted for. So scores are level. The Viking Warriors have leveled the score in just 2.4 overs. 1 run to win for the Viking Warriors. It's going to be a convincing victory. Siddharth Kadam has conceded 19 runs already in the over. 1 run required, and that's a switch hit. And it's just going to be 1 run, and it's victory for the Viking Warriors. A convincing, comfortable victory for the Warriors, winning by 7 wickets to spare. And Vayus Mavrix, they definitely need to make some changes there. Just not able to get the runs on the board. The bowling is decent, but not able to get the runs on the board. It's Tanuj Virvani definitely disappointed, distraught by the effort of his team and his effort as well. But it's a victory by 7 wickets for the Viking Warriors. That's the batting performance, batting scorecard. It was Khan who got out quickly along with Kazim Merchant, but it was Ranjit Wahiti 25, and eventually it was Yamin Khan, unbeaten knock of 17 runs, that gave a convincing victory for the Viking Warriors. 58 for 3 in just 2.5 overs. That's the bowling card. Just a wicket picked up by Siddharth. 58 for the loss of 3 wickets. 20 runs conceded by Sheikh. 18 by Kanishk. 20 by Siddharth Kadam. But he picked up a wicket, but it was too little too late. That's the match summary. Viking Warriors won the toss, put the Vayus Mavrix into bat. 57 is all that they could get. Wonderful bowling by Yamin, picked up 2 wickets. Kazim picked up 2 wickets. and Viking Warriors did it without a trouble, just picking up 3 wickets. And 58 for 3, Viking Warriors win by 7 wickets to spare.
The Warriors have proved their mettle against a match with Vayus Mavrix, and it is time to welcome our winners. To do the honors, may I please invite Ms. Sadaf Sheikh. Let's have the lovely lady here to present the trophy to our winners. Very, very warm welcome. So did you enjoy watching the match?
Sure. It was fun and our victory was awesome to our players.
Fabulous. The players have done a great job, and now let's get ready to welcome our Spartan Poker catch of the match from Vayus Mavrix. Please welcome Rishal Shah. Let's hear it for Rishal from Vayus. Some glory to your team. And this lovely trophy for you, along with a hamper from our sponsor Spartan Poker. तो कैसा लग रहा है, आपने इतना अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस किया है अपनी टीम के लिए, कुछ तो आपने कमाया?
नहीं, फाइनली अच्छा लगा यहाँ खेल के, क्योंकि काफ़ी अच्छा अरेंजमेंट है। सबको डीपीएल जो करा रहे हैं उनको बहुत बहुत थैंक यू, और बेसिकली सब बहुत अच्छा है, इसके लिए अरेंज के लिए बहुत अच्छा लगा।
Congratulations, and moving on to our man of the match. Let's hear it for Realta Spaces man of the match, Shanavas Khan from Viking Warriors. And do we have the player with us? Or a replacement joining in? All right, let's hear it for our man of the match, taking away this lovely trophy along with a gold coin worth 2 grams from Johri Pavitra. Lots of vouchers from our sponsors, Zod, Asif Salon, Sam Salon, Wardrobe, Cinnamon, Wash and Dry, Status, Superbuy, Wacko Taco, Wear the Funk, Unique Arts, and a hamper and a voucher from Being Healthy and Dry Fruit Mart. This bat and a cap from 70/70 Sports, also this prestigious cap from DPL. So congratulations, कैसा लग रहा है, आप man of the match बने हैं, and yes, your team has won the game.
अच्छा लग रहा है, अच्छा खेले, टीम वर्क था, काजिम भाई ने अच्छा रन आउट लिया और टीम एफर्ट अच्छा था, सबने अच्छा बॉलिंग किया, बैटिंग भी अच्छा किया।
Great, kudos to the team. So let's celebrate success together, and we have a cake from our dessert sponsor, Breadily Baked. May I please invite the owners and the captain of the team to join in and celebrate. So I'd like a few words. How are you feeling about this victory?
Feeling good for now, but there's a long way to go. So let's not get carried away with this one victory. There's a long way to go. Still more to come.
Great to keep your feet on the ground. There's a long way to go, and let's get ready for our next match.